trust Maya, so.
Oh, thank you. Really good. We did a good job.
This is good. Hey guys, it's me, your Kia Harris, and I am back with another video with my best friend, Maya.
Hi.
Maya is like, she be sipping the tea and she be spilling the teas, but today we're gonna make some tea. So today I'm just gonna we're just gonna walk through on how, you know, to make chai tea. We got the little ingredients, which you guys will see, and yeah, we're just gonna make it. And hopefully, I think after, how we plan on doing this video is after we'll sip the tea and we're just gonna have a good conversation. Without further ado, let's get started.
Okay. So first thing, we're gonna start off with the tea. I always use this Red Label tea. You can find it like at an Indian store. But you get the loose leaf black tea because they're not gonna come in like little pouches. They just come loose. And then I really like to put cardamom. I like cardamom pods that are whole. But you can also use cardamom powder, like that's totally fine. And then these are some cloves. And then, let's see. I have some ground ginger. You can also do fresh ginger and then just crush it up. And then we also are using ground cinnamon. And putting all these spices in, I would say, like, are optional. But you know, I think the spices add something, but you can always make it without. And go ahead and we're gonna put some cardamom and the cloves and crush them up in here. This is a stone grinder. I think you can get this at the Indian store too, but you can also find them at a lot of Mexican stores. So we're just gonna put in some cardamom pods. And I just kind of eyeball it. That's how much I would do for like 2 cups of chai, but we're gonna be making 4 cups today. So we're just gonna add a little bit more. And then as far as the cloves, you're just gonna add, I think like that much is fine for like 4 cups, but if you wanted to make 2 cups, you would just half it. So yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and crush this up. So we're just gonna take this down and just grind it up. And just kind of do that until it's like a fine powder.
Yeah, I never used a grinder before. Is there a way you treat your grinder when you're like, to make sure it like stays clean and like stays like well kept? You have to put like olive oil or something in it?
I'm not really sure. You want to lift up and like see.
Okay.
So that's what we got. That's really good. You just want it all kind of ground up like that. And then now we're all good. It smells really, really good. And we're good to just start on boiling the water. And if you were only going to make 1 cup of chai, you would only fill this up halfway and then boil that water.
Okay.
But we're going to make 4. So we're going to just do 2 cups of water and we're going to bring that to like almost a boil. So first we're going to add the cardamom and the cloves that we crushed up. So you can just put that in there. There's still a little bit of like
Residue.
So I just take some water and I'll just put that in there too. And then we can just go ahead and like pour that in so we don't waste any of it.
No wasting over here.
So that's good. And then the cinnamon. And again, you can just
The house is gonna smell so good.
Yeah. See how you feel. And then like 2 teaspoons, so 2 of these little ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 since we're making
4 batches.
4
Yeah.
cups of chai.
Yeah.
So 8 of that, and then we're just gonna like kind of mix it together a little bit, and then we're gonna just put the top back on, and you're just gonna let that simmer for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then it should be almost done.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna mix this together with like all the spices in it while we're waiting for the water to boil. I'm shaking.
This looks so good.
Thank you. So we're gonna do I really like some type of milk that's like full fat, like really creamy. So like I like heavy cream, half and half.
Okay.
But yeah, and then you can just kind of microwave it. And
Did you put the heavy cream in there?
yeah, I do just a little bit, because I feel like the color of it matters too.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, yeah. You guys, we made a little tea. We'll do a little tea. Let's test this out. It's good. I trust Maya, so.
Oh, thank you. Really good. We did a good job.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is
We had a little
good.
ordeal. We were like, is this milk okay? Is it not? That's like one of my first fears when you like make a big recipe and what if the last ingredient ruins it? But
Yeah, it was
perfect.
good.
Yeah,
It
and
turned
it's like
out.
a really nice color. I don't want to spill it all over the floor, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we did good.
Yeah, we
This
did
is
good. I'm like, do I have to speak? Can I just sip this the whole time?
right.
So, the topic we're going to discuss is we're going to be talking about Love is Blind. I know it's a little late, you know, all the Love is Blind memes and the TikTok videos and all that type of stuff has already been out, but me and Maya have been loyal stans of Love is Blind. We watch every season. Yeah, you watch every season,
Since
right?
season 1.
Yeah, we watch
I'm
every
ready.
season. We feel like we are expertise in Love is Blind. So without further ado, we're going to get started, and we're just gonna ask, you know, each other questions, or I'll ask a question, and we'll just go from there and just talk about it and, you know, sip our little tea. So
Yeah.
So my question for Maya is, after watching like Love is Blind and, you know, all the seasons, like, do you think love is blind?
I don't think so. Honestly.
What?
I think that like, okay, I love Love is Blind. I'm like, I want the couples to work out, but I feel like most of them don't. Like they feel like they have this connection in the pods, and then I feel like everybody that goes on Love is Blind isn't like, nobody's bad looking, but I think that sometimes people get really caught up on like, oh, this isn't my normal type.
Yeah.
So I do think that like looks matter, unfortunately. Like people, and I mean, if you keep dating in a certain type and it's not working out for you, like that's on you. But
Agreed.
you also have to be open to like seeing different types of people. And yeah, I just feel like the Love is Blind couples that have worked out, most of them are like really cute.
Yeah.
But there's so many of them that didn't work out. So like I don't know if love's enough. Like truly. What about you? Do you think Love is Blind?
I'm sorry. The Virgo in her was like, let me tell you, let me tell you.
Love blinds.
I think for me, like, I think love is blind. I think just pure love, I think is blind. I think once you, cause in the pods and stuff, like they don't know each other, they really get along, everything seems good. And then when they get out the pods, it's like all the other factors outside of love, those are the things like finances, living together, family, friends, like all those outside factors. I think that's what makes love not blind.
Yeah, like,
You know what I mean?
I think it starts off with like loving someone, but I
Yeah.
don't think that's like enough. Like,
No, it's not.
Is love enough? No, it's not. Like you need to be consistent. You need to put in the
Yes,
hard work. You need to be like just like loyal to that person. So I think loving someone's a choice, and it just doesn't happen. And like I'll never understand too. And this happens in Love is Blind a lot, and like in like with people I know. It's like, how do you wake up one day and you're just like, oh, I don't like them anymore? Like I'm like, that's not normal. Like it's skipping psychopath. I don't like that.
Agreed.
But, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think it's like kind of somewhere in the middle. Though.
Yeah. The next question for you is, and I'll just ask you for season 4 because I was gonna ask you like, what's your like worst, like your least favorite couple out of all 4 seasons, but I feel like that's kind of a lot. So since season 4 just recently finished, who is your like least favorite couple and why?
That's a good question.
I know.
Oh man. Okay, so the most recent season, I don't really like Micah and Paul. I just don't like Micah. I don't really have a problem with Paul. I just don't like Micah because her friends were so in her business with it. There's Angry Tinkerbell, like her best friend in the green. Like I just couldn't deal with that. She was such a hater for no reason. I was like, if you want to propose to Micah, then you should have done it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like Micah. I thought her and Paul just didn't make sense. Like he was so outdoorsy and she was all like just very high maintenance.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really weird. Okay, this is funny because they went on a show called Love is Blind, but like why does Micah look like Paul's mom? Like if you literally look at Paul's mom, that's like an older version.
What a coincidence. Isn't that kind of interesting how
really
like
weird.
Like it's just very interesting, like what a coincidence that your mom looks similar to the person you're being with. And it was Love is Blind.
Right. So yeah, I wasn't really a fan of them. But yeah.
Take a little bit of a break and get some snacks. So Maya got these for me for my birthday. So she got these like Good Day ones. And she said these are buttery.
These like have butter. It's like a butter cookie.
Okay, which I like, yes. And then she got these Bourbons, which is like chocolate.
And they have like a chocolate
Yeah.
filling. Those ones are really good. Those are my favorite. I'm gonna bring a plate because I have a feeling they're gonna be kind of crumbly.
Oh yeah, or bring a napkin.
Yeah.
Gotta be prepared. Okay, we got the cookies. So if we hear us crunch, it's because
we're sipping the tea and
we're sipping and crunching.
There's a napkin for you.
Thank you. Okay, so what was your question?
Okay, so I would like to talk about the real villain of the show, Vanessa Lachey. Everyone was like, how was the host the biggest villain?
Oh, they getting roasted. Ooh. And I know this is kind of like a side note, but have you noticed like out of all the seasons of like Love is Blind, season 4 I feel like got so much more like Netflix is making money. They got so much like people were talking about it like everywhere. Like out of all the seasons, and then season 3 with Shane, that was cool. That's a whole nother spill the tea, sip tea type of thing. Cause that was crazy. But see, that's how it was. But like out of all the seasons, like season 4, like everybody, mama was talking about that too.
And I think it's like it was interesting because they did a live show, which Netflix I think has only done like 1 or other 2 shows live, and then they fumbled with that because we were all sitting around waiting for an hour. But I think Vanessa Lachey maybe like they should have had that pre-recorded. I don't think she's a good live host or. Yeah,
because people, I don't know if I sent it to you. I think I did on Instagram, you and Janet, and how like this person I follow on Instagram, like she does writing. She's mostly a writer, but she's part of that like production, like movie production, film production. And she was saying how like Vanessa doesn't do a good job of like reading the prompts as well as Nick does. So it's kind of interesting how she kind of broke it down. But
Vanessa, my problem with her, the main one, is that like she tries to be a girl's girl so hard.
Yeah.
She was coming for the wrong people.
Yes.
And like you needed to grill Jackie and Josh. You needed to grill Micah.
God, I forgot.
Micah just got off really easily.
She did. Like. She really did.
And
she
then
got off really easy.
Irina, oh my god, it was so funny. She was crying and then someone in the audience just busted out laughing.
But
I don't know if
it was a shade for me.
But yeah, I just feel like she was coming for like the wrong people, and then she was like really on Paul, and like what did he do? Like, and then he was really on Marshall, and Marshall justice for Marshall. Like he did not get a fair shot. I just am like they should have discussed why Jackie chose to do that video.
Why did she keep the ring? I literally do not understand that mess.
To pawn it.
I need to sip on that one.
So. Yeah, I'm happy that Jackie was such a mess because like Marshall didn't deserve that. Like imagine if they got married. Like that is so horrible.
And see, like all the guys, like most of the guys, like except for Kwame, I'm like, but all the guys I actually liked.
I liked for once. Usually it's flipped.
Yeah, usually it is flipped.
Guys and I really liked the girls. But for this one, I only really liked as far as the girls. I love Tiffany and I like Chelsea and Bliss, and then I think that's like pretty much it. So like I only liked half of the girls and most of the guys. Yeah, so I don't know, but
crazy. But yeah, Vanessa, No, she didn't do the best. And they were talking about, like, on social media, they were talking about her baby question. She got roasted for that. Girl. Bartise.
Oh, right. And, like, technically, I mean, he fumbled when he was on Love is Blind. But, I mean...
he was a hot mess.
He has a baby now. And then he was using his baby for clout.
I'm so sick of him. I cannot stand that.
He was, like, holding the baby like a prop. Like, it was really weird. He was like, okay.
I cannot stand that man. Like, and he thinks he's like, I don't think he's that attractive. Like, no. I'm being straight up. Like, I don't know what. He's not attractive to me, you know.
And his personality
on top of that.
You would think like someone looks at you. Imagine you look at yourself in the mirror and you're Bartise. Like, at least that might have you think like maybe I need to have a good personality. But he's just already kind of fugly and like he has a horrible personality. Like, why?
Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. That he's such a hot mess. Talking about, and I'm like, why did they put him on the show? I just did not understand that. Literally because he has a baby, and he doesn't have a baby by anybody on the show. Like,
he probably got paid to do it. He was like, I need my bag for the baby.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was.
I really like the Japan version of that show. It's coming out.
Japan is good.
Season 2, Japan, I'm like throw the US version away.
Yes.
The Japan version, it's like so much. It's not as much drama. Like the US version, if you want drama, definitely that's what you need. But the Japan version, like actually, you're rooting for everyone.
Yeah, the Japan version is like it's just so interesting, like watching the Japan one versus the American one because like they're so like they're very very intentional, which I like. Because I like they're taking the process a lot more. It seems like more serious.
Like, I feel like more rational
about
everything. They're like, would this person be a good partner? Would this person be there for me? How is this going to work with my family? And it's like, meanwhile, in the US version, the biggest thing
it's such a hookup thing.
Oh, we don't have chemistry. We don't have this. And I'm like, you're not even putting in effort. I don't know, like, what you thought would come of this.
Agreed.
And I think that I think in the US version, people, again, like going back to like, I just feel like love can be a little superficial. So like, they would see the person that they supposedly fell in love with in the pods, and then they weren't bad looking or anything, but they were like, not my type. So they already decided like, oh, this isn't gonna work. And then they're blaming it on not having chemistry. And I'm like, that's just you not putting effort in. I mean, obviously don't force anything, but I feel like that's what a lot of it was. They already made up their mind and they weren't willing to put in any work.
Exactly. I was really impressed with the Japan one.
Yeah, I liked the Japan one. And I think, like, going off of what you were saying, like, I think in a lot of Asian cultures, like, arranged marriages are a thing. And I'm not, like, advocating for arranged marriages, like, I don't know. I wouldn't get one.
It's good and bad things with
But I just feel like they went into it with, like, for the Japan version, they went into it with more of an attitude with, like, loving someone's a choice. Like, I might not be head over heels with them the minute I meet them, but, like, I'm gonna put in the work and, you know, I'm gonna give it my best shot. With the US version, it was like, oh, I didn't get butterflies. And I just think like that might be like a cultural difference.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
You said it's spot on.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I think definitely, like you said, that's a good point. You said it perfectly. Like, you know, in America, like, you know, we just have this like, oh, we gotta get to butterflies and love at first sight and all type of
butterflies
stuff.
are a red flag half the time. It's like anxiety.
And I mean, like, I asked my dad this too. I was like, you know, was it love at first sight with my mom? And he said no, bro. I busted out laughing. Stop. I busted. I was like, wow. You know, it was my dad. I know it wasn't with my mom because she told me, like, I was like, did the light go off? But yeah.
Vanessa Lachey's haunting us.
I know. Oh my God. But yeah, like so I don't know if like, and I hear people like some stories like, well, like they looked at that person, they knew it was the one.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people don't have that, and that's okay. I just think what makes you the butterflies is like being with somebody that just makes you feel safe and comfortable.
I know. I think like choosing like the feeling of feeling like safe or comfortable over butterflies is so much more important. Like, yeah. I think that's how it is. Yeah, and I think a lot of couples that like are still together, I mean, obviously they noticed each other, like they were interested.
Yeah.
But, like getting butterflies or like just head over heels for someone. Because like I remember like my aunt and my uncle, they were talking about that. And basically my aunt was like, well, we worked at the same place, like in different departments, but yeah, I didn't really like him. I yelled at him for messing up my payroll. And my uncle was like, that's the one. No, but then yeah, my uncle was like, oh yeah, I wasn't love at first sight, like, you know.
It was more rage at first sight.
Right. So season 5, I heard, is going to be in Denver. Are you looking forward to that? What are your thoughts? Are you trying to be a contestant?
Let's not talk about that.
Raquel, Love is Blind. I think you do the Japan version. But
I would do the Japan version for sure, because that one was like chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I think, oh my god, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, the demographics are gonna be very, like, as far as diversity, it's not gonna be as high, just because Denver is just not.
It's Denver.
The people of color here, it's just not that many, compared to, you know, our white counterparts. But it's gonna be interesting because, like, Denver, like, is like this, like, the guys are like more city guys, so it'll be different. It'll be interesting to see, like, okay, all right, is there gonna be a guy from Boulder? Is there gonna be a guy from, because like that's gonna change, you know, somebody outdoorsy, somebody that's, you know, like there's different versions of guys.
I'm like super worried that this is gonna be boring. Like,
yeah, season 4 was good.
Literally, I feel like they're gonna interview like 3 guys. One's gonna be named Connor, one's Brad, and then the other one is like Jeremy. And they all like to like brew beer at home. Like, take their golden retriever to the mountains all the time. Like, they're gonna be repeats.
Yeah, I can see that, because it's like you're gonna have like, or you're gonna have the hipster,
right?
You're gonna have like the beer connoisseur, the outdoorsman, and then you're gonna have like the businessy person.
Yeah, I think that like whenever you watch a show, like a reality TV show, and someone's from Denver or Colorado, they make them the most stereotypical person.
Yeah,
ever. Yeah,
and you know it's gonna have beard in it. Maybe they'll have a pothead.
I think so. That's yeah.
Because you know that's all we really did. That's what people came here.
Yeah. Perfect match.
Which is so it's just really like, I don't know, Perfect Match is just very like disappointing, and we probably do another tea on that, because you could talk about Perfect Match, like just some of the themes in it, how it's just very like anti people of color, because I feel like the women that always end up getting like, or the highly sought after, are always like the basic girls.
Right.
Like they're never
literally the contestants I was rooting for, they all like, and that's so common, but like I was rooting for these women, and then they like get off the show like in the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
And they would have been so cool to keep on.
Yes. So it's just like, and that's like a whole different discussion about like standards of beauty, like, you know, how people of color, like women of color, are viewed when it comes to like reality TV, how we're portrayed, and, you know, show, like all that type of stuff. So I think, yeah, the Perfect Match, I mean, it was it entertaining? Yes. But is it problematic? Yes.
Really, it is. Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, I'm in this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, Maya, for joining me, making some tea. The tea was good. I gotta, you know, heat it up again because it's kind of cold, but yeah, and hopefully, you know, we continue to do this, you know, be a different background and stuff. Maya's, you know, already talking about she booked her plane ticket, okay? So it'll be kind of fun to do that, and, you know, maybe we'll talk about like, you know, my experience in California or whatever topics, you know, whatever. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys know my outro. Okay, as the girlies on YouTube be saying, make sure you share, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.